Hey, this is Ciderhelm, and welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight. Today we're going to look at Skaarf, an adorable dragon who seeks world domination. Skaarf blazes his way through the fold, incinerating everything in his path. As Vainglory's first mage, he specializes in powerful ranged abilities that can bring enemies down from a distance. When Skaarf's abilities strike his enemies, those enemies are also set on fire and take extra damage for a few seconds. This damage is based on an enemy's maximum health, meaning heroes who've built a lot of health items will take more damage than those who haven't. Skaarf's heroic perk, Fan the Flames, lets him renew these flames by landing basic attacks on his enemies. Not only that, but landing basic attacks on an enemy that's already on fire will make the flames grow hotter, increasing their damage. These flames reach maximum damage after just a few attacks, but continuing to land attacks or strike with new abilities will still refresh the duration. Skaarf's first ability, Spitfire, launches a fireball that damages the first enemy in its path. The overdrive on this ability significantly increases its damage and moderately decreases its cooldown. I recommend learning this ability at level 1, upgrading it first, and taking its overdrive. Skaarf's second ability, Goop, hurls a puddle of goop onto a nearby location. This puddle lasts for quite a while, slowing enemies who attempt to walk over it. Unlike his other abilities, this will not set enemies on fire for his Fan the Flames perk. However, if Skaarf strikes the goop with his other abilities, the goop will burst into flames, dealing significant damage and setting enemies on fire. Afterwards, it continues damaging and burning enemies that stay on top of it. But wait, there's more. Enemies who've already been set on fire by Skaarf's abilities can cause a puddle to burst into flames. This means Skaarf can optionally choose to wait until he set an enemy on fire before placing his goop to guarantee the damage. While normal goop normally sticks around for a while, burning goop disappears much more quickly. Goop's overdrive greatly reduces its cooldown. Additionally, it increases the duration of both normal and burning goop puddles significantly, and further increases the damage from burning goop puddles. I recommend learning this ability at level 2, upgrading it second, and taking its overdrive. Skaarf's ultimate, Dragon Breath, causes him to breathe fire over everything in front of him. When cast, Skaarf first stops and takes a deep breath. During this, enemies fleeing from Skaarf are slowed. Afterwards, Skaarf blows out flames that continuously damage all enemies in front of him. This time, enemies moving towards Skaarf are slowed. This also works for allies, but in reverse. During the deep breath, allies are sped up when moving towards Skaarf, and during the exhale, allies are sped up when moving away. Also, during the exhale, Skaarf can move freely, but is silenced and cannot use items or other abilities. I recommend taking the first 2 points in Skaarf's ultimate when available. However, I normally take both ability overdrives instead of maxing the ultimate. My recommended starting item for Skaarf is Frostburn. Skaarf is safest when keeping distance from his opponents, which Frostburn helps with. It can also help him land 1 or 2 more basic attacks to strengthen his flames when enemies are fleeing. After Frostburn, I recommend building towards Journey Boots. Again, this is helpful for keeping distance as well as pursuing fleeing targets. From here, I recommend an Eve of Harvest both for the additional energy regeneration and to help recover from harassment, and then branching out to other crystal items. Pursuing at least some cooldown acceleration is a good idea, as it will noticeably increase the number of fireballs you can throw out, and of course, it lets you deep breath more often. If your enemies are building a lot of shield or health, there's another optional build path. After your first 2 or 3 items, pick up a Broken Myth. After this, build at least 1 heavy defense item of your own. The Broken Myth is great for increasing the health-based damage from Fan the Flames, and the defense items let you stay in to strengthen and refresh Fan the Flames for longer. Combined, Skaarf can be an effective tank breaker. Let's take a quick look at some gameplay. At the beginning of this match, Skaarf moves in on an enemy glaive who's attempting to steal a monster camp. By flanking from Glaive's own jungle, Glaive must run directly past him to escape, which in turn makes it very easy for him to land a Spitfire. Once Glaive is on fire, the follow-up is like clockwork. Attack, then move. Attack, then move. With an afterburn from his ally, the enemy Glaive pays the price for his jungle invasion. Less than a minute later, Skaarf moves in on the enemy Petal. Petal is normally difficult for Skaarf to deal with, as both her seeds and munions block Spitfire. However, flanking once again pays off, this time with a brutal combo. Pay special attention to the timing. First he uses Spitfire, and then he uses Goop. The Goop itself is placed, so Petal must move fully across it to escape. Once again, attack, then move. Attack, then move. attack, then move. Though Petal is also doing this, Skaarf's flames are growing hotter with each attack, guaranteeing his victory. Skaarf is very effective when dealing damage and harassing from a distance, but these more aggressive playstyles, especially with some defense items and a broken myth, unlock an entirely different dragon. When he can take a bit more damage, he can put himself in much more dangerous places to get the most out of his ultimate. It also makes it easier to land point-blank fireballs on opponents like Petal, who could otherwise stay behind allies. And when Skaarf can relentlessly pursue his target, he can finish off even the toughest heroes. Thanks for watching the Skaarf Hero Spotlight. Download Vainglory free on the Apple App Store and join us in the Halcyon Fold.